Hello everyone, this is Al, Red Sox fan, coming to you from Al, Red Sox fan YouTube channel. Hope all is well. And we have some afternoon baseball, pine tar baseball to be in fact. And our 1975 What If replay, Red Sox versus the Reds 1975. Game 4, Reds lead the series 2-1. Again, this is an alternate reality replay of their epic 1975 series. The Reds will have home field advantage. Jim Rice will play for the Boston Red Sox. And there will be a DH in all games. Boston sends Roger Moret to the mound, 14-3 with a 3.60 ERA, while the Big Red Machine counters with Fred Norman. He was 12-4, ERA 3.73. For the Cincinnati Reds starting lineup, Pete Rose, Charlie Hustle leads things off. He'll be at third base, followed by Joe Morgan at second. Johnny Bench will do the catching. Batting fourth in left field, George Foster. Tony Perez is at first. MERV Rettenmund is in right. The designated hitter, Ken Griffey. Shortstop, Davey Concepcion. And batting ninth, playing center field, CESAR GERONIMO. For the Boston Red Sox, JUAN BENIQUEZ will lead things off. He's in left field. Dwight Evans is in right. Carlton Fisk does the catching. The cleanup hitter is Jim Rice, the designated hitter. Freddie Lynn is in center. RICO PETROCELLI at third. Denny Doyle at second. Carl Yastrzemski at first. Rick Burleson will bat ninth. And the Rooster will play shortstop. At the ballpark, Derek Rao and Steeler fan 1933. As Derek says, howdy from Texas, Al. Hope the Red Sox can win this one. It was a sad last game to lose by a run. It was a tremendous series so far. And again, our good friend, Steeler fan 1933, a.k.a. Matt. Thank you for joining us for some afternoon baseball delight, as I am on vacation this week. So a sip of water, and away we go, as Jackie Gleason would say on The Honeymooners. Pete Rose to lead things off. Rose, switch hitter. He'll bat righty against the left-hand throwing Roger Moret. Against left-handed pitching, Rose reaches safely 0 through 37. Moret, a lot of pressure on his shoulders. Red Sox lost game 3, 6-5. They're down in the series 2-1. And the thin lefty is ready to work to Pete Rose. Ball game on its way. It's going to be a 25. It's a derivative of 5. And we'll get to that in a moment. So a 25 for Pete Rose is a possible single. Moret is a C-grade pitcher all the way through the game. Maximum innings pitched 7 before modification. So that is a 25, a single against a C. And Rose will turn that single into a hustle double, as Freddie Lynn has to track that down in right center field. So a leadoff double for Pete Rose. Not a good start for Boston and Moret. So Rose is at second. Fred Norman, maximum innings pitched before modification is 7, and he is an A-grade pitcher first 2 times through the lineup, and then will drop to a C if he's still there. So a leadoff double for Rose. He is at second. No outs for Joe Morgan. Morgan's going to swing the stick. Another lefty. This is a lefty-lefty matchup. The pitch to little Joe Morgan. And that's an 85. A much better job there by Moret. 85 will be a fly ball to center. Making the catch is Freddie Lynn. Rose will hold. He will not attempt a tag up. So Morgan flies out to Lynn, 1 down. Red Sox fans holding their breath. They don't want to go down 3-1. Reds catcher Johnny Bench strides to the plate. The lefty Moret peeks over his shoulder, looks in. Fisk sets the target. The pitch to Johnny Bench, who reaches safely 0 through 33. That's a 4, so that's going to be a 92. How do you do? Fly ball left field. Juan Beniquez moving towards the line. He makes the catch. Rose again retreats to second base. Roger Moret has automatic walks on 55 and 77, and so does Fred Norman. So we have to pay attention to that. So 2 outs. Rose will be off on contact. Jake Cruz just stopping by to say hello. He's at work. Have a good work day. Hope everything goes well. And be safe out there, my friend. Here's George Foster. Speak softly, carry a big boom bat. Right-handed batter against left-handed pitching. Reaches safely 0 through 34. Moret 1 out from getting out of this jam. On deck, Tony Perez. Moret again looks over his shoulder. Now he deals to George Foster. That's a 0-9 to Foster. Foster's going to double, and that's going to score Rose. 1-0 Reds. A double over the head of Freddie Lynn. Rose easily scores. And Foster picks up a ribby. So the Reds jump out on top in the top of the first. Clutch 2-out hit by George Foster. 1-0 Cincinnati. As now it's Foster who stands at second. And Tony Perez comes to the plate. TP, he's ready. Moret settling in. The pitch to Perez. That's a 2. It's a 74. Perez reaches safely 0 through 35. Ground ball, shortstop. Burleson has it. Throws to first, and the side is retired. But the Reds get 1. We go to the bottom of the first. 1-0 Cincinnati. They lead the series 2-1. All these games have been quite exciting. As Fred Norman comes out to the mound and has his warm-up tosses. He will face Beniquez, Evans, and Fisk. Red Sox in a familiar place, looking up at the scoreboard. Fred Norman again, automatic walks on 55 and 77. He starts off as an A-grade pitcher first 2 times through the lineup, and then will drop to a C the rest of the game as long as he is in there. Juan Beniquez, right-hand batting left fielder against left-handed pitching, reaches safely 0 through 39. Norman picks up the sign from bench. The pitch to Juan Beniquez. That's going to be an 87. Beniquez swings the stick. Lazy fly ball to center. Geronimo's there. He makes the catch. 1 out. ID Gesture has joined us at the ballpark. Hope all is well. Check out that wonderful channel. So 1 out. Beniquez goes back to the dugout. And here's the right fielder, Dwight Evans. Evans, right-handed batter, reaches safely 0 through 45. Trying to get something going here with 1 out. On deck, Carlton Fisk. The windup and the pitch from Fred Norman to Dwight Evans. It's a 45, derivative of 5. Hit by pitch, possibly. And he's an A-grade pitcher. So hit by pitch, A grade. They're going to say, no, it didn't hit him. Norman rocks and deals again. Strike 3, outside corner. And Evans is barking at the umpire. Not only is he doesn't get on base by the hit by pitch, he didn't like that strike 3 call on the 3-2. 2 outs, base is empty. That's where the A grade comes in. And here's Carlton Fisk. Can Pudge tie it up with 1 swing? Fisk against left-handed pitching reaches safely 0 through 42. The pitch to Pudge from Fred Norman. It's a 4. It's an 85. Fly ball deep center field, but not deep enough. CESAR Geronimo tracks it down, and 1, 2, 3 go the Boston Red Sox. We're through 1 here at Fenway. Game 4. Reds lead the series 2-1. 1-0 Cincinnati. as we go to the top of the second. Roger Moret back on the mound. He gave up 2 doubles in the top of the first that produced 1 run. Leadoff double by Rose, and then the double by Foster that knocked him in. Due up for Cincinnati as Moret takes his warm-up tosses. Rettenmund, Dreesen, and Davy Concepcion. MERV Rettenmund, right-hand batting right fielder, reaches safely 0 through 41 against left-handed pitching. Moret's ready. He kicks and deals to MERV Rettenmund. That's a 0-5 single, and we know that's going to turn into a double. That's C grade, and another gap shot. And by the time Freddie Lynn gets to it, Rettenmund stands at second. So Moret's given up 3 doubles in less than 2 innings. Ken Griffey comes to the plate. Sacrifice hit chance only of 41, so he's going to swing the stick. Red Sox looking for a strikeout or a pop-up. The pitch from Moret to Ken Griffey. That's a 6. That's a 95, so Moret makes a tough pitch, lefty-lefty matchup. 95, fly ball, left field. BENIQUEZ is there. He makes the catch. Rettenmund stays put. A lot of hard-hit balls, a lot of fly balls, 1 out. Number 8 batter, shortstop Davy Concepcion. Rettenmund at second, takes a slight lead. Moret looks in at Fisk. Slide step to the plate. 39 for Davy Concepcion. Ground ball right side. Yastrzemski comes up with it. He'll take it to the bag himself. Advancing to third is MERV Rettenmund. So Concepcion grounds out to Yastrzemski. 2 outs. Rettenmund 90 feet away from giving the Reds their second run. Striding to the plate, left-hand batting center fielder CESAR Geronimo. He's been pretty clutch in this series. Can he do it again? Moret and Red Sox fans hope not. The pitch to CESAR Geronimo, 2 outs, runner at third. That is going to be a 20. A 20 for Geronimo. Walk, C grade, single. So on the 3-2, Geronimo swings at a pitch, and he will single in Rettenmund. It's going to be 2-0 Cincinnati, as he just reached out and blooped it to center. And Geronimo's clutch hitting continues. The Reds now have a 2-run lead. Good piece of hitting by CESAR Geronimo. He actually chased out of the zone, and he just blooped it to center. So the Reds put up another single digit so far in the second. They're up 2-0. Geronimo's at first. Top of the order for Pete Rose. Rose doubled and scored on the Foster double. Red Sox have some bullpen action. Their bullpen is atrocious at home. Here's the pitch to Charlie Hustle, trying to make it 3-0 possibly. That's a 5. It's going to be a 45. Ground ball to first, but it's a derivative of 5, so a ground out. C stays a ground out. Yastrzemski tosses to Moret, and the side is retired. Scoring at home, 3-1. Rose is now 1 for 2. We go to the bottom of the second, 2-0 Cincinnati. Due up for the Red Sox in the bottom of the second, Rice, Lynn, and RICO PETROCELLI. To face Fred Norman, he retired the Bo Sox 1-2-3 in the first. Derek Rao not happy with the result so far, as he's crying inside and out. And so am I. So here comes Jim Ed Rice. He struggled in the series. Rice looking to whop one over the Green Monster. Norman deals to Jim Ed Rice. That's a 1, and that's going to... Oh, nuts. That's a 32. And that will be a walk. So Rice works a walk Tying run comes to the plate in Gold Dust twin number 1, Fred Lynn. So Rice is at first, the first Red Sox base runner. And here's Freddie Lynn in 1975, Rookie of the Year and MVP. Lefty-lefty matchup. Lynn reaches safely 0 through 30. Home run rolls 0-0, 0-1, and 0-2. You want to stay away from the 0-0, though. The pitch from Norman to Lynn. That's a 90. Norman makes a very tough pitch. Lynn sends that ball to left. Going back is Foster. He makes the catch in front of a monster. Retreating to first is Jim Ed Rice. So Lynn flies out to Foster, 1 down. Third baseman Rico PETROCELLI steps to the right-hander's batter's box. PETROCELLI reaches safely 0 through 35. Home run swings 0 to 3. Rice takes a slight lead. Norman glances over. Now looks in at bench. The pitch to PETROCELli. PETROCELli with a 0-7. And that will be a single. Rice will stop at second. As they go station to station, PETROCELli lines a single to Geronimo in center. Red Sox have something brewing with 1 out. Rice at second, PETROCELli at first. Second baseman Denny Doyle at the plate. Lefty-lefty matchup. Doyle reaches safely 0 through 32. How do you do? Norman looking for the double play ball. Nods his head. Bench sets a target. The pitch to Denny Doyle. It's a 46. That's not going to be a double play ball. Ground ball to second. 46. They're going to get PETROCELli on the force out, so that will be Morgan to Concepcion. Relay throw not in time. Doyle batting from the left-handed side had that extra step, and he beats it out. Rice goes to third. PETROCELli out on the fielder's choice. Doyle reaches on the fielder's choice 4-6. So it's runners on the corners for the Bo Sox. 2 outs now, and they're going to need a clutch hit by the Rooster. Oh, no, by Carl Yastrzemski, excuse me. Big situation for the elder statesman of the 75 Red Sox. Yaz comes to the plate. Lefty-lefty matchup. Yastrzemski playing first. Reaches safely 0 through 27. Rice at third. Doyle at first. Norman on the mound. Norman takes a deep breath. He's ready. He deals to Yastrzemski. It's a 79. Yaz sends it to right. Making the catch on the line drive is MERV RETTENMUND. The Red Sox strand them on the corners. We're through 2. We go to the top of the third. 2-0 Cincinnati. Roger Moret back up on the bump for the Red Sox. Yastrzemski hit it on the screws, but right at RETTENMUND in right. Joining us at the ballpark, Jim L. Hope all is well. Moret has given up single digits in the first 2 innings. 3 doubles in the first 2 innings. He's got to settle in. Sox Arizona has joined us at the ballpark. Check out that wonderful channel. Big Red Sox and Celtics fans. Celtics had a very good win yesterday afternoon. Actually, last night. What am I saying? They crushed. Who the hell did they crush? They crushed somebody, and they crushed them really good. Even Taco scored a basket at the end. Due up for the Reds, Morgan, Bench, and Foster. Reds up 2-0. They lead the series 2-1. That's right. If you want to check out some spring training baseball, go over to Sox Arizona's channel. He does a marvelous job with it. Here's little Joe Morgan, 0 for 1. He flew out to center. The pitch from Moret to Morgan. And that's going to be a 0-8. Lefty-lefty matchup. That's a single. So Morgan singles to center. Moret really not fooling anyone Another leadoff runner on for the Cincinnati Reds. Every inning, they've gotten the leadoff runner on. So Morgan's at first, definitely a base-stealing threat. Fisk throwing arm is neutral at a 0. Morgan can steal twice per game, as he is an A stealer. And he's going to go. Morgan's going to go. He is safe 0 through 86, and he is safe. Fisk doesn't even throw it. So Morgan steals second. He can steal one more time in the game. Stolen base for little Joe Morgan. He's in scoring position. No outs. Johnny Bench steps back in the batter's box. Bench 0 for 1. He flew out to Beniquez and left. The pitch from Moret to Bench. 26. Johnny Bench. That's a single. Morgan's a fast runner. He's going to attempt to score. It's a single to right. Reds trying to go up 3-0. Evans has an excellent arm. 0 through 20. He throws him out. Here's the throw by Evans. Not in time. And the Reds are now up 3-0. And Johnny Bench claps his hands at first as he is knocked in a run. Cincinnati taking quick control of Game 4. 3-0 Reds. Moret having all kinds of difficulty. And that brings up George Foster. Moret needs a double play ball from Silent George. Foster's doubled in a run. He's 1 for 1. The pitch to Foster. Bench at first. Moret bears down. It's a 94. Foster will send it to left. Beniquez moving towards his right, left center field, and he makes the grab. Bench retreats to first. 1 out for the Reds. Here's Tony Perez. Perez grounded to short. 3-0 Cincinnati. Bench at first, 1 down. Moret peeks to first. Bench with a very slight lead. Now pitch homeward bound from Moret to Tony Perez. 81. Ground ball to third. Petrocelli to Doyle. On to Yastrzemski. Double play. Inning is over, but once again, the Reds put up a single digit. 5-4-3 on the DP. We go to the bottom of the third. 3-0 Cincinnati. Moret will only be able to go 7 innings if he lasts that long. We're WI 54725's at the ballpark. Thank you for joining us. Hope all is well. So Moret's made some bad pitches and Moret's made some good pitches. But when you add it all up, the Reds have a 3-0 lead in Game 4. They lead the series 2-1. Due up in the bottom of the third, Burleson, then the top of the order, Beniquez and Evans. Red Sox had a chance in the bottom of the second. 2 outs, runners on the corners, but Yastrzemski lined out to Rettenmund in right. Here's the Rooster. Norman deals to Rick Burleson, the Rooster, who reaches safely against left-handed pitching 0 through 25. It's a 1. That's a 93. What will it be? Fly ball, left field. Waiting for it, making the catch is Foster. With every out, more anxiety here at Fenway for the faithful. 1 out, bottom of the third. Top of the order now for Boston. They trail by 3. It's Juan Beniquez on deck. Dwight Evans. Beniquez 0 for 1. He flew out to center. Norman's ready. The windup and the pitch to Beniquez. That's a 21. And Juan Beniquez slaps a single to center. So with 1 out, Beniquez at first. Dwight Evans struck out. He thought he was hit by a pitch. They said no. He said it hit him, it grazed him. And on the very next pitch, Fred Norman painted the outside corner, and Dewey went back to the bench, an unhappy camper. As Derek Rouse says, can we by a run, please. I hope we could. Here's the pitch to Dewey. Norman hoping for the double play ball as Morgan and Concepcion pinch the middle. The pitch is going to be a 66. Get your kicks on Route 66. If we find a negative fielder on this, it's a base hit. But I don't think they have a negative fielder. They don't. So it's going to be an out. So making an outstanding play on the 66. Diving stop by Concepcion. And let's just... From his knees... He throws to Morgan. They get the force out of Beniquez. So Beniquez is out. No relay throw. Evans reaches on the fielder's choice. What a great play by Davy Concepcion. 6-4. And now there are 2 outs. As Beniquez goes back to the bench. Red Sox can't get anything going here. 2 outs. Evans at first. Carlton, Fisk at the plate. Pudge 0 for 1. He flew out to center. Norman takes a deep breath. Arms down to his chest. Slide step to the plate. And Fisk. 45. That's a strikeout. And it stays a strikeout. And the side is retired. Nasty breaking pitch. Saw Fisk flailing away at the ball. The Red Sox are retired. We're through 3. We go to the top of the 4th, 3-0, Cincinnati. Big game 4, Red Sox trying to tie the series. The Reds trying to go up 3-1. Due up for Cincinnati to face Roger Moret, who will only be able to go 7 innings if he goes that far. Rettenmund, Dreesen, and Concepcion. Moret takes his warm-up tosses. Fisk goes out to the mound, has a quick word, now back behind the plate. Moret must put up a goose egg here. MERV Rettenmund is doubled and scored on the 2-out single by Geronimo. The pitch to MERV Rettenmund. And MERV Rettenmund's going to... That was a 6. MERV Rettenmund's going to do it again. On that 16, that is a single to left. He pulls the ball between Petroccelli and Burleson. Rettenmund's now 2 for 2. How do you do? A double and now a single. Rettenmund's at first. Ken Griffey comes to the plate. Sox hoping for the double play ball off the bat of Griffey. Griffey's 0 for 1. He flew out to left. The pitch. Moret to Griffey. 39. And that's a strikeout. And boy, did he need that in the worst way. Fooled badly on the breaking pitch. Never even swung the stick. 1 out. And by accident, we wrote in Dan Dreesen for some bizarre reason at DH when it's Ken Griffey. So let's fix that with Captain White out. Griffey, DH. 1 out, 1 on for Davy Concepcion. Concepcion grounded to first. He's 0 for 1. Slide step to the plate and Davy Concepcion. It's a 41. Ground ball to Doyle. Over to Burleson. Back to Yastrzemski. Double play ball. Inning over. 4-6-3. Just what Moret wanted it to be. And finally, Moret and the Red Sox put up a goose egg. We go to the bottom of the 4th. 3-0 Cincinnati. Joining us at the ballpark, Wardrobe plays World War II. Our good friend Todd, check out that wonderful military strategy channel as he uses miniatures as he just stops by from lunch to say hello. I greatly appreciate that. You have a wonderful day, my friend. So the double play ball, Red Sox desperately needed that. Go to the bottom of the fourth. Fred Norman back up on the bump, still an A-grade pitcher, as he has not yet been through He has not yet gone through the lineup twice. He will face Rice, Lynn, and Petrocelli. Red Sox need runs. They trail in the series 2-1. They trail in the game 3-0. All the games have been very close. Here's Jim Ed Rice. Rice walked and was stranded at third, back in the bottom of the second. Bench wiggles the fingers. Norman nods his head. He rocks and deals to Jim Rice. It's going to be a 64. Rice grounds it to Concepcion, who throws to PEREZ, 1 out. With each out, more anxiety grows at Fenway. 1 out for Freddie Lynn, Gold Dust Twin number 1. Lynn's 0 for 1. He flew out to Foster. Norman deals quickly to Lynn. He's in a rhythm. That's a 57. Freddie Lynn swings the stick, bangs it to Morgan at second. Morgan flips to PEREZ, 2 down. Base is empty for RICO Petrocelli. Red Sox need some 2-out magic from Petrocelli. Petrocelli singled and was forced out at second. Norman looking for a 1-2-3 inning. He pitches to Petrocelli. It's a 32. How do you do? 32 for RICO Petrocelli is a walk. So Petrocelli keeps the inning alive. A grade won't help you there, not a derivative of 5. Petrocelli is on base for a second time, this time via the free pass. Petrocelli at first, 2 outs, he'll be off on contact. Denny Doyle comes to the plate. Doyle reached on a fielder's choice, that forced out Petrocelli. Back in the second. On deck, Yastrzemski, who lined out to Rettenmund. The pitch to Denny Doyle. Red Sox hoping for something here. It's a 38. Swing and a miss. Oh, hold on. 38. Foul ball. Ground ball now. First base. PEREZ waves off Norman, takes it to the bag, and the side is retired. 2-out walk doesn't hurt. The Red Sox once again cannot bring a runner to the plate. We go to the top of the 5th. Cincinnati has a commanding 3-0 lead. Fred Norman, so far doing his job quite well. Due up in the top of the 5th, Geronimo, then the top of the order for the big red machine, Rose and Morgan. Here's CESAR Geronimo. He singled in a run with 2 outs. Geronimo's been quite a clutch hitter in this series. Moret deals to Geronimo. 48. Grounder to Yastrzemski. Yastrzemski tosses to Moret. Steps on the bag. 1 down. Scoring at home, 3-1. Moret has to keep putting up goose eggs. Red Sox down by 3. Top of the order, Pete Rose. Charlie Hustle's 1 for 2. He's doubled and scored and grounded to first. Fisk goes through the signs. Moret quickly nods his head. The thin man rocks and deals to Charlie Hustle. Pete Rose, 75. Fly ball, center field. Freddie Lynn makes the catch. 2 down. Again, Moret, 3rd time through the order. He's still a C-grade pitcher. 2 outs, base is empty for Little Joe Morgan. The Reds' second baseman is 1 for 2. He's flown to center, single, stole a base, and scored on the bench single. Back in the 3rd, 3-0. That was a 3rd run. The pitch to Little Joe Morgan from Roger Moret. 87. That's going to be a fly ball to Lynn in center. And that's out number 3. So Moret's settled in, but is it too late? We go to the bottom of the 5th. Still 3-0 Cincinnati. Game 4 of the best of 7. The Reds lead the series 2-1. Kurt Berglund is here at the ballpark, the creator of these marvelous teams. Please check out Kurt Berglund's channel. If you're interested in some of these sets, email Kurt. Also check out Pine Tar's website, Life is Sports. Kurt Berglund, everyone. Thank you for joining us, my friend. Bottom of 5, 3-0 Cincinnati. Red Sox will send Yastrzemski, Burleson, the top of the order. Juan Beniquez to face Fred Norman. Norman tossing a shutout so far through 4. Yastrzemski with runners on the corners and 2 outs lined out to MERV Rettenmund in right. Norman deals to Yastrzemski. And Yaz on the 0-7's going to single. Boy, he needed that before. So Yastrzemski lines to center. Drops in front of Geronimo. Red Sox, for the first time, get their lead runner on. Leadoff batter on. Yastrzemski at first for Rick Burleson. Norman hoping for the double play ball. Bench steps out in front of the plate. He sets the defense. Now back behind the plate. Squats down. The pitch to the rooster, Rick Burleson. That's a 3. That's a 21 for Burleson. And it's not yet the 3rd time through the order. First base is occupied. Norman is an A-grade pitcher. What bad luck for the Red Sox. Instead of a walk, it is a 3-2 count. The pitch to the rooster once again. 6:59. Burleson swings the stick. Grounder to third. Rose to Morgan. Relay throw. Not in time. Yastrzemski went really hard into second. Morgan had to go high over the slide to Yastrzemski. You really couldn't get much on that throw. But Yaz is forced out. Fielder's choice. Burleson reaches. That goes 5-4. So that A grade on the final roll. On the final A grade roll. Well, next to final A grade roll. Burleson did not get the walk, and he ends up grounding into a fielder's choice. So 1 out. Burleson's at first. Top of the order, Juan Beniquez. As Fred Norman is leading the Charmed Life. Beniquez, 1 for 2. He's flown to center and single. The pitch to Juan Beniquez from Fred Norman. And Beniquez swings the stick. That's an 18. And that's going to be a single to left. Even roll. Burleson, a moderate runner, is going to go first to third. As Foster had to go to his left into the corner. Not into the corner, but towards the line. And Burleson had a great read on that. Red Sox have him on the corner. Beniquez is now 2 for 3. There's only 1 out. Tying run comes to the plate, and Dwight Evans, a bippity-boppity boom to the moon, will tie it at 3. The Red Sox have had some clutch homers here. Tribes fans at the ballpark, please check out that wonderful channel. And his Tom Seaver 1971 replay advanced card and dice Stratomatic. That's Tribes Fan 879. Bench goes out to have a word with Fred Norman. 1 out. Burleson at third. Beniquez at first. Bench back behind the plate. Now they must do battle with Dwight Evans. Norman takes a deep breath. He's hoping for the double play. Slide step to Evans. It's a 5. It's an 84. He makes a tough pitch. Fly ball, center field. Evans out in front of the breaking pitch. Coming in is Geronimo. He will make the catch. And I think we got to try to tag Burleson. Geronimo has an excellent arm, which doesn't matter. I'm going to be encompassing a homebrew rule once I play it a little bit offline. So the arms will matter on tag-ups. Burleson's going to go. 70 and under, he scores. Anything higher than a 70 he stays. Unless it's a 77, 88, or 99, he's thrown out. The throw from Geronimo, and he scores! Scores quite easily. And the Red Sox are on the board. Sac fly by Evans, and he picks up a ribby. It's now 3-1. Beniquez stays put at first, but the Red Sox, more importantly, finally cross a runner across the plate. It's now 3-1, 2 outs. So Burleson going first to third on that hit really helped out. They got a run on the sac fly by Evans. Here's Carlton Fisk. Can Fisk tie it with one swing? Sparky Anderson gets that bullpen up. Fisk 0 for 2, a flyout and a strikeout. Beniquez at first. He'll be off on contact. The pitch to Pudge. It's a 4. It's a 32, and that's a single. And Beniquez will go first to third with 2 outs. So Fisk singles to center. Red Sox hoping for some 2-out magic. Inning stays alive for Jim Ed Rice. Bench goes to the mound. Norman's now a C-grade pitcher with automatic walks, 55 and 77, just like Moret. He has not yet gotten through 5. He's gone 4 2/3. Will McEnany, he is ready. He's an A-grade pitcher for 2 innings. Not available in this game is Raleigh Eastwick. He's not available. I don't think they would pull Norman this quickly. Though Anderson had a quick hook. The problem is, if we go with Will McEnany, Bourbone's a C grade himself, but he has no automatic walks. Clay Carroll is a C grade with a lot of automatic walks. And Clay Kirby, well, you don't want to pitch Clay Kirby. Pat Darcy's a C grade with automatic walks. So I don't think you go to McEnany here, though he's an A grade, and this is the important time of the game. A single turns into a double. That's it. That's it. Sparky Anderson, Captain Hook, and that's what he's called. This is an important time in the game. He will lift a disappointed Fred Norman. Norman doesn't want to come out of the game, but he gives the ball to his manager, Sparky Anderson, and Will McEnany will come in. A-grade pitcher on the road for 2 innings. So it looks like either it's going to be Pedro or Bourbon trying to close it out. And there's a pitching change. As much as I wanted to keep Fred Norman in the game, I don't think they would have done it. Here's Will McEnany. So Fred Norman went 4 2/3. He's responsible. He's given up only 1 run, but he's responsible for both Beniquez at third and Fisk at first. 4 2/3 for Fred Norman. And Will McEnany will take his warm-up tosses. Tribes Fan 879. Clay Kirby's so meh, or maybe so good. The expansion Padres didn't want him. Here we go. Rice will face McEnany, A grade, which will take a home run away on derivatives of 5, 0 through 50. If Rice goes yard, the Red Sox will have a 4-3 lead. The Red Sox have had good rolls with clutch homers. Rice is 0 for 1. He's walked and grounded to Concepcion at short. Moment of truth. 2 outs. Runners on the corners. Rice digs in, ready to grip and rip. McEnany, the lefty, on the mound. Deals to Jim Ed Rice. And he makes a tough pitch. It's an 84. Rice sends it to center. Going back. Making the catch is CESAR Geronimo. So McEnany does his J-O-B. The Red Sox do plate 1, but they leave 2. We go to the top of the 6th, 3-1 Cincinnati. Sparky Anderson going all out to win Game 4 and go up 3-1. And then, my God, it's going to be horrific for the Red Sox as every pitcher who pitches at home. Again, Pine Tar has a unique thing, home and away splits for pitchers, which is really fun. And they're pitching at home, not bueno. Doesn't mean they can't roll a good game. It's just they're not going to catch any breaks. They got to roll a very good game. Roger Moret back up on the bump. He settled in after giving up single digits in the first, second, and third. He's put up 2 goose eggs in the 4th and 5th. We're now in the top of the 6th, 3-1 Cincinnati. Red Sox do break through with a run, though. All right, so Moret has to keep up the goose eggs. He's going to face Bench, Foster, and PEREZ for the Big Red Machine of Cincinnati. Bench 1 for 2. He's flown out and singled in a run. The pitch to Johnny Bench from the baseball bunch from Roger Moret. It's a 48. Swing and a miss on the breaking pitch. It hits the dirt. And Fisk applies a tag on his counterpart, Johnny Bench. That was nasty. Moret has struck out his second. Moret has actually settled in quite nice, but it could be too late. Red Sox down 3-1. 1 out. Top of the 6th for Silent George Foster. Carries the big boomstick. Foster has doubled in a run and flown out. He's 1 for 2. The pitch to Silent George. And that's going to be a 39. Strike 3! Outside corner with the curveball. Foster just shakes his head. He knows that was nasty. Moret's now struck out 2. 2 outs. Base is empty. Uncle Dave Gardner at the ballpark rooting for his beloved Red Sox. Check out Digital Dice. It makes everything nice. The best podcast. You can check it out on Spreaker or any place else where fine podcasts are listened to. And also check out his wonderful channel. If you're interested in Stratomatic Hockey, Dave Gardner did a wonderful video today. He uploaded, or did live, how to use, if you have the Strat PC game, there is an Excel app. I don't think that's the right terminology. Helper, an Excel helper for the cards and dice and how to use it if you're using Shootout Hockey to track your stats. 2 outs, base is empty for Tony Perez. Perez 0 for 2. He's grounded out and banged into a double play. Moret and the Sox hoping for a 1-2-3 inning. Moret deals to TP Tony Perez. And it's a 76. You get your kicks on Route 76. Actually, Route 66. Perez swings the stick, bangs it to the rooster. Rick Burleson at short, who throws to Yastrzemski, and 1-2-3 go the Reds. Tony Perez 0 for 3. Bottom of the 6th. Red Sox trail by 2. It's 3-1 Cincinnati. Will McEnany back up on the bump. We can give you Fred Norman now. Norman went 4 2/3 innings. He will not qualify for the win, as he did not go 5. He only gave up 1 run. It was earned. And Norman only struck out 2. The Red Sox will send against Will McEnany, Lynn, Petrocelli, and Doyle. Lynn and Doyle are left-handed batters, so it'll be lefty-lefty matchups. McEnany can go 2 innings. We might let him go 2 1/3 because I just don't think they would take him out if he was going well at the end of an inning. And I do that for either team. So here's Freddie Lynn. He's 0 for 2. He awaits the McEnany offering. Pitch to Lynn. 75. Grounder to third. Rose has it. Across the diamond to Perez. 1 out. One out for RICO PETROCELLI. No one on. PETROCELLI has singled and walked. The pitch from McEnany to PETROCELLI. It's a 25. It's a derivative of 5. So that is a walk, but he's an A pitcher. Strike 3. PETROCELLI is going insane at the plate. He thought he walked on the 3-2, but he gets runged up. He was already walking down to first base. He had flipped the bat to the bat boy. My God, was that a late strike 3 call. So it was a 25. McEnany's an A-grade pitcher on the road. PETROCELLI, that's a walk. But A-grade derivative of 5, you go to the chart, and it's a strikeout. And that's how we come to that. So that's out number 2. And the Red Sox fans are booing the man in blue behind the plate. Daryl Johnson, none too happy, nor any of the Red Sox. 2 outs, base is empty for Denny Doyle. McEnany looking for a 1-2-3 inning. As WI54725 says, Will McEnany had a super hot wife in those days. The pitch to Doyle from McEnany. That's a 3. It's a 41. Ground ball to Perez. Perez underhand tosses to McEnany, and the side is retired. The Red Sox go quietly in the bottom of the 6th. We go to the top of the 7th, 3-1 Cincinnati. So again, McEnany will be allowed to pitch the 7th. The whole 7th, and nothing but the 7th. So help you God. Moret, this is his last inning of work. Top of the 7th, 3-1 Cincinnati, trying to take a commanding 3-1 lead in the series. Red Sox have rallied late in every game, but time is getting short as they continue to look up at the scoreboard. So Moret will face RETTENMUND, GRIFFEY, and CONCEPCION. MERV RETTENMUND 2 for 2, a double and a single. He scored a run. The lefty Moret's ready to deal to the right-hand batting MERV RETTENMUND. Pitch inbound. It's a 32. How do you do? And that is a walk. So RETTENMUND on base 3 times, this time via the free pass. There's some action in the Red Sox bullpen. You kind of don't want the bullpen to come in. They're not good, especially at home. Though they did a fine job in Game 3 by the miracle of the dice gods. Here's Ken Griffey. The DH is 0 for 2, a strikeout and a flyout. Moret hoping for the double play ball off the bat of Griffey. Looks to first, now in at Fisk. The pitch to Ken Griffey. It's an 89. That's going to be an out as it's a fly ball to Lynn. He makes the catch in center. Retreating back to first is MERV RETTENMUND. 1 out, 1 on. Shortstop for the Big Red Machine, Davy Concepcion. Concepcion 0 for 2, a ground out and a double play. Moret hoping for another double play ball. The catatonic Moret deals to Davy Concepcion. It's a 4. It's a 40. That's a derivative of 5. This would be a double play ball. Ground ball C. Stays the ground ball. So it's a ground ball to Doyle. Over to Burleson. Back to Yastrzemski. Double play. And the inning is over. So Concepcion once again bangs in the 4-6-3 DP. Moret does his JOB, but is it a little too late? Bottom of the 7th, 3-1 Cincinnati. Moret, after giving up single runs in the first, second, and third, has now thrown 4 shutout innings, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And he's done. He's given up 3 runs. Let me just double check that. He's gone his 7th. Oh, wow. Now we have to go to our poopy bullpen. They're not bad on the road. They're not good at home. They're not good at home. We cannot use, not that it matters, we can't use Jim Burton, who's actually our best pitcher at home, out of the pen. He's an A+, and he actually he got the loss in Game 3. Can't use Jim Willoughby. We can use Richard Pohl. Richard Dick is short for Richard. Boom, boom. So we'll have to figure that out. McEnany, this will be his last inning. Again, I don't think they would take him out with a third of an inning to go. But he will not be able to pitch in Game 5. And if the Reds hold on to this victory, they'll be looking to close out the Red Sox. So a big, big inning here for the Red Sox and for the Reds. Pedro Barbon most likely will be called on for the 6-out save. Here's Yastrzemski. He's 1 for 2. Lefty-lefty matchup. The pitch from McEnany to Yastrzemski. That's a 1. It's a 42. Swing and a miss. He chased high and away. And that is a strikeout of Yastrzemski. Second strikeout for McEnany. Number 9 batter, the Rooster. Rick Burleson's 0 for 2, though he did reach on a fielder's choice and scored on the sac fly by Evans. The pitch to the Rooster from Will McEnany. 64. That ball's banged down to third base. Rose backhands across the diamond to Perez, 2 away. Now, by the rules, I should take him out. But I just don't see it. Just like they probably would stick with Moret because their bullpen stinks. This will be his Will McEnany's last inning. Actually, if he gives up a hit here, I will take him out. 2 outs, base is empty. Top of the order, Juan Beniquez, who's 2 for 3. 2 singles and a flyout. McEnany deals to Beniquez. We still have Burleson's card there. It's a 4. And this will end the inning. That's a 65. Grounder to Concepcion. Throws to Perez. And 1, 2, 3 go the Red Sox. McEnany's done. Not 20 outs. Now 0 outs. Top of the 8th. 3-1 Cincinnati. Reds 6 outs away from taking a commanding 3-0 lead. And Roger Moret is done. This game could get ugly quite quick. Red Sox only trailing by 2. McEnany's done. So McEnany went 2 1/3. And he did a fine job. No runs. And he struck out 2. Due up in the top of the 8th. For the Reds, Geronimo on the top of the order, Rose, Morgan, and if anyone gets on, bench. 3-1 Cincinnati. Let's get to a Red Sox pitcher. Dick Pohl, D. Oh my God. Diego Segui, D, with automatic walks, a lot of them. Drago's an E, automatic strikeout in 77. Reggie Cleveland's a G. And gee whiz, you suck. At home. And we can't use these other pitchers. going to be Dick Pole again. What's the big difference between D and E? Let's just take a quick look. I mean, there's a slight difference. Do I want the automatic strikeout? No, we're going to stick with that D grade, because a strikeout on an E grade for pitcher modification table turns into a single where it's a walk. So Dick Pole, they're going to stick with the hot hand, I guess, and he was scary, to be honest with you, but he somehow got out of his jam in that one inning. I think they left him loaded. So Dick Pole, a big situation, and we're going to Dick Pole. Not what I really wanted to do. So Pole will face Geronimo. Pole, the second Red Sox pitcher. Roger Moret, again, giving single digits up in innings 1, 2, and 3, settled in. After that, all shutout innings. So he went 7 innings. 3 runs, they were all earned, and he struck out 3. He's on line for the loss. Dick Pole trying to keep it a 2-run deficit, top of the 8th. CESAR Geronimo 1 for 2. Clutch 2-out single that knocked in the 3rd run for the Reds. He's also grounded out. Pole deals to Geronimo. And Dick Pole's a right-handed pitcher. No automatic walks or strikeouts, and he's a D grade for 3 innings. Geronimo versus righties reaches safely 0 through 34. It's a 19. Geronimo's a fast runner. He will beat out the infield hit. Had he been a slow runner, Burleson would have thrown him out from short, but it's an infield hit for Geronimo. Geronimo is at first. Burleson just held on to the ball. Top of the order, Pete Rose. 89. Rose is going to bunt. Rose is going to bunt. He's doubled, scored. He's 1 for 3. Sacrifice hit chance 89. He squares the bunt, and it's a successful bunt. Odd number. So advancing to second is CESAR Geronimo. There'll be 1 out. Making the play is the first baseman, Yastrzemski. Covering first on the wheel play is Doyle, so it goes Yastrzemski to Doyle. 1 out. Geronimo's at second. So that's a sack. 3-4. Reds trying to put up a run here. Another insurance run. They're up by 2. Little Joe Morgan comes to the plate. The Reds' second baseman is 1 for 3. He has singled and stolen base and scored on the RBI single by Bench. Geronimo's at second. He's a fast runner. The pitch to Little Joe Morgan from Dick Pole. That's a 3. And that's a 19. He's going to beat out an infield hit again. 2 infield hits in the inning, finding Burleson. And again, he just eats the ball. Advancing to third is Geronimo. Pole's made good pitches. He should be out of the inning. They just have had a couple of infield hits. It's now first and third with 1 out. Infield will play normal. They're going to look for 2. Here's Bench. Bench 1 for 3, a single. Knocked in a run. He's also struck out and flown out. The pitch to Johnny Bench from Dick Pole. That's a 4. It's a 99. 99. No balk. If it's 54 or higher, it's a wild pitch off the Dick Pole card, and it's a 4-1 lead. It's a 91. The ball gets away from Fisk. Geronimo scores. It's 4-1 Cincinnati. Morgan goes to second. And Bench will still be at the plate. So a wild pitch by Dick Pole. Pressure getting to him. It's now 4-1 Cincinnati. 3-run lead now for the Reds. Geronimo, big smiles in the dugout. Reds dugout very happy. They have a 3-run lead, and they're hoping to have a 3-1 lead in the series. Pole now deals to Bench, looking to knock in another run. He won't on that. That's a 61, excuse me. Ground ball to short. Morgan will stay at second. Burleson throws to first. Had Morgan been at first, that was a double play ball. There's 2 outs. Morgan, in my opinion, would not advance on that. So Morgan's at second with 2 outs. 4-1 Cincinnati. Cleanup hitter George Foster. Speak softly, carry a big boomstick. Foster's doubled in a run. He's also flown out and struck out. He's 1 for 3. The pitch to Silent George. That's a 6. And again, Pole's going to get out of this. 57. One hopper back to Pole. He throws to Yastrzemski, and the side is retired. But the wild pitch, aided by 2 infield hits, give the Reds a very happy 4th run. And now they have a 3-run lead. We go to the bottom of the 8th, 4-1 Cincinnati. So Dick Pole has not pitched bad in this series. But the Red Sox still looking up at that scoreboard. And now there's another run they have to deal with. We go to the bottom of the 8th. The Red Sox will send Evans, Fisk, and Rice to face a new pitcher. Who will it be? We shall see in moments. Good ball game here. As Derek Rouse says, "Dang it, Richard!" All right. The Reds will go to their 3rd pitcher. Clay Carroll. It wouldn't be Clay Carroll. No. I think it's going to be Pedro Barbone. He gave up 2 homers in Game 1. And he's only a C grade. No automatic walks or strikeouts. So Pedro Barbone. Reluctantly, Sparky's going to go to the very angry Pedro Barbone. Red Sox down by 3. A new color pen comes out as it's a 3rd pitcher. I like that. If you have multiple color pens, you can tell, the only thing I really keep track of is pitching stats. I don't know why. I like looking at pitching stats. And it's just hits. It's not even hits. It's runs and strikeouts and innings. So here's Pedro Barbone. Again, he gave up 2 homers in Game 1. Red Sox fans hoping for more of the same. Pedro hoping not to repeat that performance back in Cincinnati. Pedro Barbone, C-grade pitcher for 2 innings. No automatic walks or strikeouts. And he will face Evans, Fisk, and Rice. This is the heart of the Red Sox order. If anyone gets on, Freddie Lynn. Dwight Evans is 0 for 2, a strikeout. Reached on a fielder's choice. Has the only ribby on a sac fly when Burleson scored from 3rd. Barbone deals to Evans. 35 for Dewey. Walk against a C grade. That's going to be a single. And it is. So that's a 35, a single. Into center, up the middle, past the dive of Davy Concepcion. So the Red Sox looking to come back here. The leadoff single by Evans in the bottom of the 8th. Sparky Anderson very concerned in the dugout. And here's Carlton Fisk. Pudge. 1 for 3. A flyout, a strikeout, and a single. Barbone looks to first. Now in at bench. He deals to Carlton Fisk. He makes a tough pitch. It's a 65. Ground ball to short. They're going to force Evans out at second. Relay throw not in time. But there is one out. The Reds 5 outs away from going up 3-1 now. Evans forced out. 65, so that goes Concepcion to Morgan. Reaching is Fisk on the fielder's choice. Fisk at first, 1 down for Jim Ed Rice. If Rice goes yard, the Red Sox are down by 1. Rice has struggled in this series, and today he is 0 for 2. He's walked in his first plate appearance, and he grounded out and flown out. Righty-righty matchup. Rice reaches safely 0 through 33. Barbone puts his full attention on Rice. Bench pounds the mitt, sets the target. The pitch to Jim Ed Rice. It's a 3. It's a 63. If this is on the ground, it's a double play. That ball's hit to Concepcion. Over to Morgan and on to Perez. Double play, inning over. The Red Sox are down to their final 3 outs. We go to the top of the 9th, 4-1, Cincinnati. So Barbone does his J.O.B. That was huge. Red Sox will stick with Dick Pole on a very, very short leash. But again, no one really better to bring in from the bullpen. Reds hoping to add to that 3-run lead. They're up 4-1. Due up in the top of the 9th for the Big Red Machine, Perez, Rettenmund, and Griffey to face Dick Pole. Pole with his warm-up tosses. Here we go. The pitch to Tony Perez. 77 to Tony Perez. No automatic walks or strikeout. That's going to be a fly ball to right. Evans corrals it, out number 1. Ball goes back to Pole up on the bump. He'll now face MERV Rettenmund. Rettenmund 2 for 2. Perez is now 0 for 4. He's doubled, scored, singled, and walked. He's been on base all 3 times. The pitch to Rettenmund from Dick Pole. That's a 5. That's a 0-3. And that's going to be a single. Rettenmund now 3 for 3 on base 4 times as he singles to left. Pulled the fastball. Daryl Johnson goes to the bullpen phone. Pole will face Griffey. Griffey's 0 for 3. This could be the last man Pole faces. Looking for the double play ball. The pitch to Ken Griffey. 1 out, 1 on. That's a 2. It's an 83. Fly ball center field. Coming in is Lynn. Retreating to first as Lynn makes the catch is Rettenmund. 2 outs. Griffey is 0 for 4. Number 8 batter, Davy Concepcion. The Reds' shortstop is 0 for 3. He's grounded out and banged into 2 double plays. Rettenmund will be off on contact. Actually, he's stolen base chances an 89. Stolen base opportunities a D. 7th inning or later, and we say once per game, not once per series. He's going to go on the 89 to stay out of the force, and he's got it. So Rettenmund probably should have stole that base a little earlier, but he gets the jump this time. And he steals second. Can no longer steal. So he has a stolen base. He can score on a hit now. If it's an even number on the white die, obviously a double he scores. Concepcion steps back in the box. 0 for 3. The pitch to Davy Concepcion from Dick Pole. Pole again makes a tough pitch. It's an 86. Concepcion sends that ball. He got jammed. He flares it to center. Racing in is Freddie Lynn. He makes the basket catch. It's the only way he was going to catch it, and the side is retired. Rettenmund stranded at second. Dick Pull has done an unbelievable job out of this pen. We go to the bottom of the ninth. Last call. Last call for alcohol. At 2, you're through. The Red Sox trail by 3. They need 3 to tie and 1 more to win. Pedro Borbon looking for the 6-out save and looking to avoid the Game 1 fiasco where he gave up 2 homers, but the Red Sox did get the win. The Reds did get the win. Borbon taking his warm-up tosses. He will face Freddie Lynn, RICO, PETROCELLI, and Denny Doyle. It'll probably be Bernie Carbo. Dick Pull doing a good job. The run he gave up would be unearned because it's a wild... Is that unearned, a wild pitch? I think it's unearned. Even though it's Pull who uncorked the wild pitch. All right. Borbon done with his warm-up tosses. Freddie Lynn is 0 for 3. PETROCELLI on deck. Will they stick with PETROCELli? You know they're sticking with Lynn. The pitch to Lynn. He has 2 homers in this series. That's a 28! And that's going to be a single. It would be a walk, but he's a C grade on the road. A walk turns into a single. So Lynn reaches for that pitch and singles to left. So he just poked that outside pitch to left. Freddie Lynn's now 1 for 4. Red Sox fans have some hope. PETROCELLI will not bat. PETROCELLI will not bat. Cooper, actually it's going to be Cecil Cooper. He reaches 0 through 35. Carbo 0 through 40. Carbo might have to bat for somebody else, though. Cecil Cooper and Carbo are ready, and it's going to be Cecil Cooper. 0 through 35. Carbo 0 through 40. Obviously, that's better. Need base runners. And it's going to be Carbo. It's going to be Bernie Carbo for PETROCELLI. PETROCELLI's done for the day. We'll figure everything out when we get there. So Bernie Carbo in the ninth. Carbo pinch hitter. Lynn's at first. And here comes Bernie. Bernie had a huge game 1. Let's see what Carbo can do here. Cooper has a bat. He's still in the dugout. Carbo against right-handed pitching, as we just stated, 0 through 40. He gets on. Big moment here. Borbon to Carbo! And it's a 66. They don't have a negative fielder. This will be an out. No negative fielders on the Reds on the field at this moment. Let's double check. That is a negative fielding result. 66. Carbo against right-handed pitching. Grounder to Morgan. So they'll force out Lynn at second. And Carbo reaches. So Lynn is out. Carbo, fielder's choice, 4 to 6. is at first. 1 down. Red Sox down to their final 2 outs here in Game 4. They lose. They're down 3-1. The series has been a lot of fun so far. Red Sox hoping for some more magic. Denny Doyle reaches 0 through 31. Is actually less than against lefties. John Wise saying, "Come on, Red Sox." Hope all's well, John. Now do you go to Cooper? Yastrzemski on deck. Cooper reaches 0 through 35 with an error check on 36. Doyle today. We're going with Cecil Cooper. So Denny Doyle's called back. Cecil Cooper's going to bat. Carbo at first. He reached on the fielder's choice on the force out, 4-6, which erased Lynn off the base paths. And here's Cecil Cooper, second pinch hitter of the inning. Bourbon to face Cooper. They're playing behind Carbo. Bourbon rocks and deals to Cecil Cooper. 82. If it's on the ground, this game's over, but it's not. It's a fly ball to Geronimo, out number 2. Making the catch is CESAR Geronimo. Carbo quickly retreats to first. 2 outs. The Red Sox are down to their final out. Carl Yastrzemski. Yastrzemski against righties reaches 0 through 40 with an error check on 41. Bourbon looking to make amends for that horrific Game 1 in Cincinnati. Looking for the 6-out save. Bench goes out to have a quick word with Bourbon. Bourbon is pumped up. He is intensity on that mound. Again, they're playing behind Carbo. Bourbon rocks and fires to Yastrzemski. 64. This game is over. Yastrzemski. 1 hopper to Concepcion. He throws to Perez. The Reds win 4-1. Bourbon gets the save. McEnany will get the win. Norman did not qualify for the win. He only went 4 2/3. Sparky Anderson, Captain Hook, went out and got him. Sent in Will McEnany. He'll get the win. He went 2 1/3. Bourbon will get the save. He went 2 innings. The loss goes to Roger Moret. Moret went 7 innings, gave up 3 runs. Probably one of the best pitching performances by the Red Sox, except for the Rick Wise win in Game 2. And there you have it. This game is over. Reds win 4-1. And they now lead the series 3-1. They can close it out at Fenway in Game 5. Reds pitching finally holds up. I mean, they've held up, but Red Sox have come back quite a bit. So it was a fun game. Hope everyone enjoyed it. I'd like to thank WI54725, John Wise, Kurt Berglund, Derek Rao, Dave Gardner, TribesFan879. Continue to scroll up. Wardrobe plays World War II. Our good friend Todd, thank you. Sox Arizona, thank you. Jim L, thank you. ID Gesture. Steeler Fan 1933, a.k.a. Matt. Red Sox lose 4-1. And they trail in the series 3-1. Thank you very much for your time. I greatly appreciate it. Be smart, stay safe. If you like, hit the like button. If you want to share, share. And if you haven't subscribed and you'd like to, please do so. If you do subscribe, please hit the bell notification so you know when we go live. Until then, I'm on vacation all week, so I'll be streaming quite a bit, hopefully, if things go well. God bless. Red Sox unfortunately lose 4-1. Reds up 3-1 in the series. Been fun so far. This Pine Tar Baseball, very fun game. Check it out. Email Kurt Berglund or check out the site. But email Kurt Berglund for some of these great team leagues. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. And we have a few more little things coming up with Pine Tar once we finish this up. So, all right. That's all, folks, as Porky Pig would say. God bless. You know what's coming. Peace! Love you all.